no time for delay.
First, we want to thank our longtime partners at the Transformative Culture Project, who incubated BINJ for our first 4 years. We may be on our own now, but we still look forward to continuing to work with their gifted young media makers. Our 4th year of operation and our first as a standalone 501c3 nonprofit, 2019 was a time for the Boston Institute for Nonprofit Journalism to mature and lay the foundation to become a much larger force in local and community reporting and media-focused organizing, not only in Greater Boston, but across the Commonwealth and all throughout the country as we bolster and build with like-minded journalists from coast to coast. Along with other initiatives we took on, we remain committed to our founding focus on producing deeply researched long-form reporting on topics that are often ignored by large media outlets. This year we worked with more than 30 talented contributors spanning undergraduates to septuagenarians to produce features on everything from prison and parole to arts and entertainment, some of which were published in Chinese and Spanish as well as in English. After more than a year of research and interviews, BINJ contributor Brendan McGurk published a comprehensive history of MECO and reported on the challenges the program faces as it opens its next chapter. We held events and public engagements in and around Boston and Cambridge, from book readings to community journalism 101 classes with Somerville Media Center. We even teamed up with City Lab to host a happy hour conversation and meet up in Central Square. In addition to longtime publishing partners and collaborators like the Shoestring and Western Mass, we forged new relationships with the Metro, who we assisted with transportation coverage, as well as with the Bay State Banner and Sampan, the latter of which we worked with on our first Chinese translation for a story about the Asian LGBTQ community. We also participated with more than 170 other outlets in the Covering Climate Now effort led by the Nation and Columbia Journalism Review. We are doing more multimedia and video reporting than ever before, leading with our Fight Opiates series about hidden corners of the opioid crisis. Our videos have been viewed tens of thousands of times across platforms, and our major feature on fentanyl ran as a cover story in 6 markets nationwide. In Somerville, our News Garden initiative is a community organizing effort aimed to help the city of 80,000+ rebuild its news infrastructure, all with the goal of helping a community talk to itself about issues of the day, and of course yielding solid reporting along the way. We're trying to prevent the city from becoming what researchers call a news desert, areas that no longer have professionally produced news outlets. So far, our efforts have included planning meetings, 2 public events, and a volunteer steering process that led to initiatives including a research group that is surveying residents to find out what kind of news they consume about the city and where they get it from. We're also starting a neighborhood media school that has already recruited educators to teach our first batch of inexpensive courses on journalism and news analysis starting this winter. Our stories have impact. Thanks to Cole Rosengren's reporting on the recycling industry, some of the most vulnerable workers in Greater Boston will finally make the city's living wage. On the media advocacy front, we have led the push to ensure that a proposed journalism commission on Beacon Hill represents actual working media makers. We also continue to fight our state's archaic public information laws, with Maya Schaefer earning national recognition from the Association for Alternative News Media in the free speech and open government category. In another project, we collaborated on a year-long investigation into state police weapons purchasing with Emerson College in Muckrock. Our project engaged the public, while improprieties that we exposed appeared in an indictment against former Mass State Police Union boss Dana Pullman. In the process, we managed to win a couple of awards. Tibizay Zaya was honored as the Metcalf Award recipient for diversity in media, while BINJ Executive Director Jason Pramus won second place for political column writing from the Association of Alternative News Media. We were also humbled to be named Community Media Ambassadors by Somerville Media Center. And with so much to talk about, we presented about the BINJ model at conferences in Colorado, Illinois, and California, teaching people how to start their own media nonprofits across the country. We have a lot of projects planned for 2020, starting with our return to Manchester for the week leading up to the New Hampshire first-in-the-nation presidential primary. Look out for our unique coverage up there, and also for our upcoming project with the Solutions Journalism Network about prison reform. In the meantime, please visit bingeonline.org and make a donation. The current crisis in the media has led us to expand our mission and work. And to do that, we need your support.